guys, it's Sam, and this is another Read That Book Challenge reading vlog. So if you haven't seen one of these before, we just started doing it this year. My friend Sarah Jane and I are challenging each other to read books, and then we vlog it, and then at the end of the vlog, we challenge the other person to read a book. So most recently, I had challenged Sarah Jane to read Graceling by Kristen Cashore, and then she challenged me to read The Hating Game by Sally Thorne. Now this will be my second recent adult contemporary romance. I read The Honeymooners back in July and loved it, and then after that she challenged me to read this because she wanted to see my opinion on it. It's funny because as of the filming of this, she also just read The Honeymooners for the first time. So this is going to be really good, I think. I need it right now, actually. I have been kind of just slumpy in July and August. I mean, I've read more than I think I have in previous summers, but still just feeling like blah, not really motivated to read. So I kind of want a like really fast-paced like binge read, which is what adult contemporary romance is for me, and this is a hate to love story. So I will be vlogging this, also vlogging parts of BookNet Fest. It's kind of a 2-for-1. And this video will have spoilers because it is a vlog of my reaction, but contemporary romance is different with spoilers. I've talked about this before. Like, you go into romance knowing the couple's gonna get together. That's the whole point of romance, so there's less chance for spoilers. So anyway, just a warning in case you guys don't want any spoilers at all. This is gonna be a spoilery video, but we'll see what I think of this. So it's a few days later. In the interim, my flight got canceled and rescheduled, and so now it's the night before my flight and I'm finishing sort of packing up. I mean, I can only pack so much because I have a bunch of things that I need to use in the morning, and like I can't pack those, so I just sort of hate this stage of the packing. So all my clothes are packed. My entire suitcase is black clothing, which typically that happens, but usually I mix like something gray in there, which I guess I'll bring this. It's my BookNet Fest shirt from last year. But yeah, the whole thing's black and I'm going to Florida. I know, it's sort of a problem, but like, your girl doesn't wear light colors, you know? So it's almost 8 o'clock at night, and that was the latest I wanted to go to bed. It's not gonna happen because I've just been frantic, and now I have to be like, okay, time to calm down now. It's just not gonna happen. I also have the cats bothering me. Tally's already at daycare because I have to wake up at 3 in the morning to get to my 6 a.m. flight out of Philadelphia. It's gonna be great. And then get to Orlando at like 8:30, get to the hotel, and go to Epcot. It's kind of the plan, just to relieve all the stress that's been happening with all of these like flight delays and cancellations and everything. It's been great. But in the interim, I have read like 3 chapters. I think I just finished the 3rd chapter last night. And I can definitely see how this could be like a movie, like a rom-com, obviously. So that it's very visual in that way. I don't love some of the things about it so far. The girl has mentioned a couple different times that like the guy should be ugly because of his personality, which I get is a thing that people say, but also she's like a hunchback and like a blah blah blah, and I'm like, and you know, like have acne, and I'm just like, that's not, ugliness isn't a manifestation of like a bad person, and you're implying that it is. So I'm just kind of like, I don't love that. And there's gotten to be sorry, my hand's getting tired. And it's gotten to the point where now they're going to be competing for the same job. They both want the same job. And I don't know if I love competition aspects of romances, so I'm a little like ambivalent about that aspect. So we'll see. We'll see. I definitely feel like once I get into it, it's going to be like bingeable, and you know, like when I'm at the airport on the plane, I was going to be reading this, so it'll be a good time. I'm also packing 2 more books because I'm afraid of flight delays. Like, I don't think this flight's going to get delayed, but I'm just like afraid of being stuck without a book when I know that the situation was precarious. I think we're in the clear now, but I'm just like, don't let your dumbass be caught without a book. So I'm bringing Sorcery of Thorns by Margaret Rogerson and We Hunt the Flame. I actually just put We Hunt the Flame back because there's no way I'm gonna get through 2 books, especially a bigger book like Sorcery of Thorns. There's no way. I'm gonna even be shocked if I get through The Hating Game on this trip. It's more likely, but I'll be shocked. So I'm like, you don't need to bring 2 big, heavier books with you in addition to the paperback that you're reading. You need to be sensible. Since I've packed 4 pairs of shoes, which I do actually think I'll wear all of them because like tennis shoes for the amusement park, a certain kind of shoe for dressing up, certain kind of shoe for a different kind of dressing up, which we also might do, and also an outfit for BookNet Fest, and then casual sandal. I don't even like shoes. Those are like basically all the shoes that I own, and I'm bringing all of them. It's fine. So now I'm frantic and tired and haven't put makeup on and frustrated about event last minute things and whatever. But last night before bed, I read a few chapters. I've gotten, like, my book's not even close to me, like 50, maybe 60 pages in. I'm a little like, about a couple of plot things. Well, also another descriptive thing. The main character talked about her lipstick being as red as slit wrists, which I'm like, stop? And then the, like, chemistry between the two main characters has sort of, like, ignited in a weird way that I feel like is sort of very rushed. I'm like, this is supposed to be, like, hate, and I'm already getting, like, physical interaction in a good, like, hate way right now. But I'm also like, this is happening in a kind of weird way. And the main girl just went on a date with somebody else. It was lasting, like, 2 seconds. The other guy called her beautiful, and she started crying because she's like, Josh, who's, like, the love interest, has like ruined me for people because, you know, he's so mean to me, and now, you know, this man called me beautiful and I can't handle it. And I'm like, this is a lot for, like, a coworker relationship right now in which your guys are supposed to hate each other. So I just feel like some of the plot stuff is, like, not something that I'm super, like, loving. Still really, like, bingeable, but I'm like, I'm not sure I'm gonna feel about this, because, like, The Unhoneymooners, which I'm comparing it to at this point, I was so instantly just like, yes. And this, I'm like, I'm not sure. So we'll see. I gotta go though. It's almost 4. I need to leave at 4, and I gotta go. So see ya on the plane or in Florida whenever I update next. So I'm vlogging in an airport because I've lost all sorts of shit. I did step away from my baggage claim area. Those people I was on the plane with won't stare at me. Halfway through the hating game, now that my flight is over, I will say that I was cursed on the flight. I was sitting between 2 men while reading a romance book that has sex scenes, and I was like, what did I do to deserve this? I never read romance books, and now this is my curse. So that was fun. But I'm not feeling, like, the best about the book so far. It's still, like, enjoyable to read, but there's some things that I'm like, oh, I don't know. I'm suspecting that there's a he's mean to you because he's liked you the whole time thing going on, which I'm like, no, that's a trope that I don't like in ships and romances and stuff like that. And also, like, some of the plot elements are just not, like I've mentioned earlier, like, don't really make sense to me. Like, they've sort of gone from, like, hating each other and her still being like, you hate me, to, like, him taking care of her while she's sick before they have any other kind of, like, positive interaction, which is a thing that I wouldn't do for somebody until I was dating them for, like, maybe 2 or 3 months. You know, like, a lot, like, she's, like, sick, you know, like, disgusting. He's never been to her house, and all of a sudden he's, like, cuddling her and calling his doctor brother to, like, help. Odd. And then she goes over to his house, and they're, like, holding hands, which all these interactions themselves are cute and fine, but I'm like, I feel like they're happening at a weird time, you know? So, yeah, like, I still like some of the vibes, that basically is telling her that she needs somebody more, like, interesting than just, like, a very typical nice guy, which is a vibe that I get. I like nice people that have some substance to them besides their niceness. So I can get with that, but I'm like, I don't know. I still haven't quite figured out, like, why people love this book as much as they do, like, love it, because I, like, loved The Honeymooners by this point, which is, again, what I'm comparing it to, because it's the only other adult romance that's been written recently that I've read, or really adult romance that I've read, period. So that's all I'm comparing it to, but I'm still, like, I'm not convinced, you know? Hi, just a very quick update. It's Sunday. I have not read anything while at BookNet Fest. BookNet Fest technically ended yesterday night. That's why my voice is basically gone. We had prom and all this stuff. I had hopes of being able to record some footage from the event, but honestly, I kind of faced the facts that when I'm running the event, I'm on social media a lot, updating stuff for the BookNet Fest social media, and I'm really not sitting there trying to pull out my own vlogging camera, so you're not gonna get really footage from BookNet Fest. I think I got a few clips, and I wasn't really reading anyway, and this is ultimately a reading vlog. So I'm in my swimsuit, I'm about to head down to the pool, and gonna hang out at the pool for a couple hours probably and read some, and then we're going to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party at Disney tonight. I might bring my book also, because I think I'm the only one in the group who doesn't really ride rides. Nicole Sweeney was like, these are baby rides, and I'm like, I'm a baby and I don't ride rides. So I'm gonna head down now and hang out by the beautiful pool and get some more reading done finally. So it is travel day of BookNet Fest, and I got a little bit of reading done yesterday. I brought my book to the park, to Disney, for the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party, carried it around the whole time, and read a chapter, which was good because I actually was having a mild panic attack at Disney and needed to just like escape. I know some people are gonna be like, it's Disney, but Disney's really overwhelming. So I did need it, but I'm also like, I really wish I wouldn't have had to carry it around the whole time because I really don't have a book efficient purse. So I'm thinking about buying one of those purses that's really just for books, because I don't want to carry a big purse that can also fit a bunch of shit and a book. Like, I just need a purse for a book. So that's the thing that I discovered. But basically, I'm still having the same problem that I've been having with it through the whole thing. I'm a little over halfway, maybe 3/4 of the way done. I really like their interactions, but they're so overly like affectionate with one another for two characters that are supposed to hate one another. I feel like it wasn't slow burn enough for me. Like, I get that at the very beginning they hate each other, but then once they kiss the first time, which is also like sort of out of nowhere, I feel like I wanted more lead up to that kiss, then like they're all over one another and they're very affectionate, and it's just like an affectionate in a cute way, not really in like a hate way. So I'm still like, I like these interactions, but I don't like how we've gotten there. You know what I mean? So I'm not sure. Also, I'm not loving, again, a lot of the description that the author uses. Like, at one point she was talking about how the main character's ex-boyfriend is like very short, and he's like 5'6", which again isn't like, I mean, it's shorter for a man, but like, and you know, they keep referring to him as like this, like, you know, you dated a little boy, and you know, he could never have picked her up, and I'm like, 5'6" has nothing to do with strength. Like, there's just like a lot of things about like body descriptions, and like there's this big focus on her being so tiny and the main guy being like this like big bulky man who's in a really strict control of his diet, which some people might not be sensitive to, but I am. And I'm just like, I don't love some of this. Like, I get that the trope of like very small woman, very big man is like a romance trope and a thing, but I'm still just like, I don't care that much. So at this point, as far as a hate to love romance, The Honeymooners is better for me. I keep comparing it to The Honeymooners. Like I said, I'm still liking the interactions. I'm still kind of trying to figure out like the sort of like mystery and stuff. I don't love, and this is just kind of a romance trope in general, that miscommunication is such a big part of any conflict. I'm just like, why do we have to misunderstand each other and then be all like pissy at one another? Like, I just don't love that. It's like talk. So yeah, there's just a couple things that are kind of annoying me, but the romantic scenes are good. Like I said, it's just like not, the way that we've gotten there is not great. So yeah, I'll probably end up finishing either here, waiting to go to the airport, because we have to wait here for about 2 hours before we leave, at the airport / on the plane. I did bring one other book, but I'm not sure I'm even going to get to it at this point. I don't know why I almost packed 3 books. That would have been so stupid. So yeah, I'm just going to go and hang out with my little group that's going to the airport all at the same time, which is convenient, until it's time to go. Okay, so I have finished the hating game, still at the hotel. The noise in the background is the pool, and I thought I would end it with some nice foliage in the background. Hopefully the pool isn't too loud, and you guys can actually hear me, because otherwise this would suck. So I like this, but don't love this. Again, it's still just a little bit ruined by like the too affectionate too fast, but once I try to kind of let go of that, I really do like their like romantic scenes, their banter, and how affectionate they are. I don't love that the affection from Lucy to him feels almost clingy in a way. I mean, that's just not my vibe. but the sex scenes were good because, you know, as you guys know, I don't love sex scenes in books, but there's only a few of them and they were like not cringeworthy, so that's nice. And the like sort of family drama with Josh's family and how that got resolved was good. I really liked her sticking up for him and basically like doing an entire takedown of his dad. I thought that was really good. And I just think it ended without any like super conflict. Like there was a lot of like misunderstanding type conflicts, but it wasn't anything like huge at the end, because I kind of hate that, where it's like this big insurmountable thing that just gets like brushed over sometimes in like romances and stuff, and this didn't really have that. So I liked this, but I don't love it. It's not my favorite. I'm just gonna compare every book to The Honeymooners for the rest of the time, since that was my original favorite, but that's my favorite thus far. I think I'm gonna read other things by Sally Thorne. I've heard that a lot of people don't like 99% Mine, which is, I think, a newer one. I don't remember when it came out in comparison to this one, but I'm curious. I'm gonna like it more than The Hating Game. Like I said, there's just some things about this, how they got to the romantic point, that I don't love, because I just don't quite love, like, I loved you, but I was mean to you from his side of things. I would have rather, like, I hated you and then grew to love you more so. Or, like, The Honeymooners, where it was, like, a misunderstanding and he, like, the guy in The Honeymooners was never really mean to her. Where, like, she had some, like, complexes at the beginning because of, like, how nasty he was to her. So, yeah, he did grow on me as a character, though. I find them both likable, but again, some of the things just, like, weren't my things that I liked. So, this is the end of the Read That Book challenge for this. So, my challenge to Sarah Jane, she just sent me her TBR because I was like, I'm about to finish this book, send me her TBR. And I'm going to challenge her to read Wicked Saints by Emily Duncan, because as I'm filming this, it's the beginning of September, and it's getting into be like fall books. There's another book on her TBR that I also feel like I could have challenged her to, but I'm hoping that she reads Wicked Saints quickly, and then I can read a book, and then she, well, because the other book I feel like is like an October Halloween read, so I was tempted to challenge her to that one first, but I also feel like Wicked Saints is a good, like, fall book because it's goth, and I just feel like it's a good time for it because I'm at BookNet Fest. Emily Duncan is one of our authors at BookNet Fest. I feel like it's appropriate for me to challenge Sarah Jane to read Wicked Saints at this point. So, yeah, definitely go and check out Sarah Jane's channel and her last vlog for Graceling, which is what I recently challenged her to, and to pay attention for when she does eventually read Wicked Saints as well. So comment down below, let me know your thoughts on The Hating Game. Like I said, I know this is very popular, and if you have any other books that you think that I've really enjoyed based on my feelings about this and The Honeymooners. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see all of you guys soon. Bye.